You are now listening to the TuckersDaily Podcast with your hosts, LJ and Tiffany Tucker, a house that is united unless we're talking football.
Yo. And we here with TuckersDaily.
Welcome
back at you.
And today we are doing...
Today is very interesting because we're doing the top 5 Receivers. The guys who go out there and make plays with their hands, feet, legs, and mind.
Yeah.
So,
So,
do we really want to just dive in?
Well, let's just think. So, you guys tell me, when you are thinking about your top receivers.
Yes.
And you tell me. What are some of the things you consider for your top 5? What things are important to you for a top receiver?
So, we all know the best receivers in the league, the top receivers. You know, I think a big factor for me for top receiver is, I'm gonna say quarterback. Yes.
Who's throwing them the ball?
Who's throwing them the ball? That's a factor.
Of course.
The scheme. Are they passing a lot? Who they have on the team with them? Mm-hmm. Because, yes, a top receiver in one situation might not be the best in another one because who he has on the team around him.
Mm-hmm. So you're going off of if he has key receivers with him or if he doesn't?
Well, if he doesn't and he's still putting up... If he doesn't and he puts up numbers, then I feel like that is a good receiver.
Yeah, but how about if he does and he's still putting up numbers? That means he's getting open, even though there's other people out there who could be thrown to.
But we also going by, yes, stats is heavy in this, but also opinion too. Because I feel like all these receivers are interchangeable in some way. They do have different skill sets.
I do believe that.
But I do feel like a person in one team, if you just switch to another team, can thrive just as much, you know. But I
don't know about that as much, but
I will say yes. It all depends on that coach, the scheme, and your skill set of that player. Mm-hmm. I do feel like you have some outliers, you know, and we don't get into that, you know, but it's some receivers I feel like in any situation they're interchangeable, and we're gonna get to that. And you'll see in my list that these receivers that I picked
I'm pretty sure you're going to have someone on your list that no one has on their list.
Of course.
So far, with our running backs, our quarterback top 5s, you have had someone on the list that everybody went,
Exactly, because I like to shake the bush. I like to shake the bush. You know, you shake the bush a little bit, you may find something in that bush. You ever shook a bush?
Who's your
oh, you gonna see.
I know it's gonna be someone.
And I like to be different. I don't like to sit here and have the same list. Yes, and I'm not knocking. I don't. But I'm also gonna hit you with some facts, but also some opinions that could be very strong opinions that you might agree with, you might not, but you'll see where I'm coming from once we finish.
Okay.
So let's get into it. So top 5 for me. My number 5 pick. Don't be. But I'm gonna start off with you almost thought? Got her. See, I got her. See, she about to Number 5 for me, honestly, Cooper Kupp. See how I did that? You like how I did that? Cooper Kupp.
It's not but it's like a
Triple Crown? I don't think another receiver did that. I don't think nobody else did that. But it is. Last year he fell off with injury, but
he's back.
But you go by, like I said,
crazy, though, but
Stafford and that scheme of the Rams, one, they don't have nobody. Who else they got over there?
Nobody.
Can you name any other receiver on that team? So, Kupp. And we can sit here and say, hey, Kupp, now the defense is going to double him. They're gonna scheme in on Kupp.
Yeah, but Kupp, he can get away from anything.
I like how you put that. She's to that. Exactly. Kupp still gets open. Kupp still do his things. He's fast. He gets his yards after catch. And he's the focal point of that offense. Stafford is great, and Stafford is good at having the one top receiver he gets the ball to, and he forces it to him. But I see Kupp getting around 8 to 10 targets a game, average probably. That's what's going to boost his numbers, and you're going to see. As long as Kupp can stay healthy, Kupp can bounce back and have a great year. Seeing that the Rams really don't have much firepower on offense.
Okay.
So Kupp is my number 5.
I don't really have too much rebuttal for that. I think that's a
Cooper Kupp is
interesting
a bad
pick.
Man.
But Cooper Kupp is a good receiver, so I can't really say he shouldn't be on top 5. But he didn't make mine. So,
well, last year he did have a down year, but the Rams was up and down all season anyway. You know, they had nothing consistent. Freaking Stafford was out. I think Stafford got hurt and didn't play really most of the season. They had to bring in Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield played for him.
I don't think it was most of the season.
Yeah, he was out with a neck injury. It was majority. I would say he lost. He didn't play like 8 games.
Yeah.
Then Cooper Kupp got hurt too. So who's your number 5? I'm interested to see.
Number 5 is someone who I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
It shouldn't be that much back and forth. Shouldn't be that much back and forth.
I didn't know whether I wanted to put him number 5. I didn't know.
Well, no,
okay, let me say. No. And you guys, I did something different. I have 2 number 5. It's a tie.
Oh, she threw a twist in. All right, so who is it? Say it quick. Let's see who we got.
Jamar Chase.
Is number 5 with somebody?
That's how you say his name? Yeah. And Stephon Diggs. I know. Y'all about to get on me.
She put
y'all
them
about
together?
to get on me.
You know it's crazy, but go ahead.
If you watch the quarterback video, you will probably understand why I put Stephon Diggs number 5. They have a lot of internal issues right now. I think he still makes number 5. Let's not, we talking like they're not on number 5. He still makes number 5. So even with
all
the
internal receivers are amazing.
Even with the internal issues, he's still going to put up his numbers. He's still going to do what he needs to do. But I think he could be even better if they were in sync. I do really feel like they're going to be out of sync this season.
Well, why are we tying him with
Jamar Chase. The reason why. Jamar Chase actually should be higher on my list. The reason why he is not.
Explain.
Well, the reason why I think he could be higher is because I think Joey B and the whole team is about to show us something this year. I think they have a chip on their shoulder. They're always kind of mediocre, not horrible, but not the best. And so they're really trying to come out to this year, I think.
I think but they're gearing themselves to win.
Jamar Chase is lower on my list because I do think the offense runs so much through Joey B that he decides who he's throwing to.
That's true.
And that split that Jamar Chase has to do with his other receivers. You got a very good running back mixing on the team. So there's a lot of competition for him.
So you thinking that
to get his receptions.
The ball won't be spread around enough for Jamar to get the stats that he needs. Interesting.
He will be. That's why he's number 5.
Well,
if he shows that he is more explosive on the offense. Now, when I say more explosive, we know he has had amazing catches. He has done some good things. That's why he's even on the list, top 5. But I think he still has a little bit more room to climb on that team that has a lot of people on there
They are stacked.
Separate himself
I see what you're saying.
as being the key go-to man.
They are
you know what I mean?
I'm going to piggyback on that because I'm a segue into my number 4 because my number 4 is Jamar Chase.
Okay, look at that. See,
but it's more so the reason you said. Yeah. You know, I feel the guys above him on teams that, like you said, they're not a focal point. And then let's just call it what it is. That Cincinnati Bengals, probably top 3 team in the league. Like they're consistent. Joey B playing high level. Mm-hmm. They do got a Pro Bowl running back. Mm-hmm. They got another receiver that could be a number 1 on any team, in Higgins. And I think, yes, spreading the ball around. Mm-hmm. That's what kind of would be like. He won't. I ain't gonna say he won't reach his peak because anything can happen. And yes, Joey can just feed him the ball, and we know he can produce. But that's why I got him on number 4. Just compare him to the other 3 players on that.
Let's just be real.
It's just like
there's some. Yeah. There are 3 receivers that, and arguably probably a little bit more.
Receivers that
he just can't be above. I mean,
because it's just a scheme and the offense he's in. Because I feel like if now Jamar Chase go to a different situation, we probably talk about after this. Yeah, he'll be number 1 receiver because. We're going to compare him to some more up here. But we're gonna get into it. So
my number 4 is A.J. Brown.
Ooh.
I had a hard time putting him
That's
at
interesting
number 4
that you put him at number 4.
I do feel he's about to show out this year because I feel like Hurts is about to show his arm this year. Because when he got in the playoffs, so off season he didn't show his arm too much. He got in the playoffs, he showed he can throw. He showed his arm.
Okay.
Everybody's like, oh, okay. He got
That's
his
a different
back.
angle.
I think he's coming back to show I can throw. I feel confident throwing. We did a good job with throwing the ball in playoffs. And so I do think A.J. Brown is about to be really showing out this year. However, I just couldn't put, it's too many. I couldn't put him above my top 3. I just couldn't.
I love his game. Great receiver. But I didn't put him in my top 5.
Ooh!
But there's a reason why, and that goes back to what you said. I just feel like the Eagles is another team that just has too many weapons. Because I actually like Devontae Smith.
No, but
you got DeAndre Swift come in. Then you got Jalen Hurts. And they're also more of a running team. No.
You can't say that. You cannot say that for this team. You know why?
Why?
Smith is there for distraction. I don't care what y'all saying right now. I don't care what Alabama people. I don't care what y'all saying, Alabama. I don't care what anybody's saying. Smith is there as the distraction.
Man is still a great receiver too. Like he's a good number 2. He's a good receiver.
But it's not like what the Bengals have going on over there. I feel like A.J. Brown is your star receiver on that team.
He is the one we're going to. Yeah, I think Jamar Chase is number 1 too. He's a number 1 their star receiver.
I don't think so. I think if A.J. Brown's not open, we go to Smith. If Jamar Chase is not open, we don't. It's not that we are going to Higgins. It's who's open, Higgins or Chase.
You're trying to say it's not a 1-2 situation in Cincinnati. It's a 1A 1B situation. Like they're both, and I get that.
No wait.
But
yeah.
I get that. It's just It's just with Philly and the type of team they are. If we're gonna get into this, Eagles probably gonna be blowing people out because of the defense anyway, and they're gonna be running the ball a lot just to run the time down because that's how bad I do feel that they're gonna beat people.
Okay, well in that case,
so if it's gonna be a tight game, yes, I do. I'm not knocking Jalen Hurts. I do think Jalen Hurts is gonna definitely throw the ball amazing, but is he really that type of quarterback to throw the ball like a Joey B offense?
But
Joey B is throwing the ball 30, 40, 50 times a game.
I think this year he's showing that.
See.
I think he's going to use his legs.
That right there.
I think he's going to use his legs less this year and his arm more.
I want him to throw more just because I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to be on some crazy little tackles and get hurt. But let's that scheme, that plays a factor. That's what we talked about at the beginning.
All right, whatever. Who's your number 3?
My number 3. This is one of those outliers.
We should have the same top 3, but I know he probably.
No, mine is different. But this is the outlier. This is the one. He's a freakish athlete. He's a freakish athlete, and he just you can't knock him. But my man Tyreek Hill.
That's my number 3.
Well, we could talk together on this one, but yeah, it's Tyreek Hill. This man had
his QB pretty much in a daze all last season, and still put up great numbers.
But he's a freak.
It don't matter who's
nature.
throwing to him. It doesn't matter. He throws the little deuces and he's gone.
He's gone. And that's why I say he's one of the ones where I know I mentioned where you could put receivers in any situation because of the skill set. He is definitely that one where. You put him in any situation, he's going to change that team because, one, his speed is incredible. His route run is incredible. He got great hands. He's a great receiver. He's a great receiver. And
he's done it
consistently.
He did it when he was with the Chiefs. He's doing Miami. He's not missing a step.
He's not.
And I don't think this year he will either.
Yes. And it's crazy because
and if Tua gets his act together and is consistent, he's running all across that field.
You're right about that. And it's just crazy because that team is also stacked as well, but I feel like he's the type of player where
it's 1-2 over there. It's not 1A, 1B.
It is a 1-2 over there, but the team around, they have good tight end, great defense, they have good running backs, and they're trying to get another running back that's in the works. But like you said, with Tua stay healthy.
Oh, Ezekiel?
No, they actually were trying to fish for Dalvin Cook. But we'll segue into that. Okay. Yeah, Tyreek Hill is definitely a problem. That's Tyreek. All
right. Well, then.
What's your number 2? Because you're number 2 and you're number 2.
I think our number 2 and 1, I think are the same.
Are the same,
but they're in different order.
Yes, so we could talk about them both.
I have Devontae Adams in my number 2 and Justin Jefferson in my number 1. You have
Yes, I have Devontae Adams my number 1, Justin Jefferson my number 2.
Okay.
My deciding factor.
Justin Jefferson's my number 1. Devontae Adams is your number 2.
Yes. This is where we come in. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one of the players where these are 2 players where I feel like same style of game. Like if you go down the checklist, I think they both check each of these boxes. The only thing different is one has done it longer than the other.
Yeah.
So I'm going with who has done it consistently. Now I'm not knocking Jefferson because I do feel like he's gonna be the top. He is a top now, but I do feel like he's gonna be a top receiver for a lot of years. But I'm going with somebody who scares defenses as well, just like he does. Just like Jefferson. So,
but who's throwing him the ball?
Well, let's not count Jimmy Garoppolo out.
Throwing him the ball.
If Jimmy G can get some time, he gonna definitely feed Devontae Adams the ball. But you're trying to knock it. Okay, if you want to talk about that, Jimmy G and Kirk Cousins pretty much the same type of quarterback.
No, they're
Why
not.
they're not?
No,
What makes
they're
them
not.
different?
One
What
is
makes them
accurate and
different?
one's not. One has
Who's not
played,
accurate?
and first of all, one has played consistently on a team.
First of
and
all,
has
you
consistently,
can't.
One has consistently been on a team. One has consistently been with the
I'm
same
talking
team.
production.
Jimmy G just there. He don't even have the routes
here
down.
we
Jimmy
go.
G has so much going on outside of football and what he's trying to prove that his head not in the game.
Are
He
you
don't even know the
hating
plays. He don't know where. Watch.
Playoff Jimmy
How much
G?
you want to? You know what?
Has Kirk Cousins won a playoff
I won't
game?
say bet.
Has
but,
Kirk Cousins won a playoff game?
But did Jimmy G get there on his own?
I don't think no quarterback really gets there.
Well,
on their
you know
own.
what I mean by on his own.
But I do
on his
feel
merit,
Jimmy
on his
G,
merit of
Jimmy
quarterback,
G,
of being a quarterback.
I wouldn't say a slouch. I feel like the same type of quarterback. I feel like with time, they're making the same type of throws.
That's disrespectful to
Is
Kirk
it?
Cousins.
Is
You
it?
don't like Kirk Cousins, do you?
No, I don't have nothing against the Kirk Cousins. I do feel like he's a solid quarterback for the Vikings. But I'm just comparing
Kirk
him.
Cousins throws all around. You know what? Kirk Cousins, they disrespect Kirk Cousins like they disrespected Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got worse over time, but Matt Ryan still was putting up numbers and passing and throwing that ball around like nothing.
He's a Hall of Fame
It's the same thing
quarterback.
they do to Kirk Cousins and make it seem like he not. You pick Kirk Cousins on your fantasy team, he is also leading on that too. So what I'm saying is, who would you want to be throwing you the ball, Kirk Cousins or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Don't make me answer that. 'Cause I'm
Wow,
gonna go
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
You're going to see why that's not a good choice.
I don't know.
If that's the case, why he can't consistently stay on the team? If he's so great,
It's just a
why nobody
situation.
want him?
It's a situation he was in. When he was with the Patriots, it wasn't really him. He left. They didn't want him. Brady stayed.
Why
So
they
he
didn't
had to
want him?
leave. Because you ain't going to play over Brady.
Okay, but
that's when he left.
could've-
And then where he
could've-
went.
if
He
they
went to
would've-
49ers. He was with the 49ers for a long
They
time.
invest in their second quarterback if they know they're going to
They
be
did.
something.
They did. And they went. Now, this is where I felt like the 49ers probably made their mistake, and it's biting them now because now they're in a quarterback situation where they got 2 quarterbacks, Trey Lance and Purdy. I felt they shouldn't have drafted Trey Lance. They should have rolled it out with Jimmy G, who just got them to the freaking Super Bowl the year before. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But anyway, Jimmy G
It's
is
amazing that you're
consistent.
saying that off of one little year, and Kirk Cousins has
Done
got
what?
his team to the playoffs as well. Now
He did.
I know
We
it
talking
ain't
about-
okay. They might not have went far, but he's consistently got his teams to the playoffs. They consistently going to the playoffs, and he has a younger team around too.
No, they're not. The Vikings is not. No.
No what?
The Vikings is not it. You're not going to sit here and rave like Kirk Cousins is just, oh my God, just
Wow,
such
so
a
you
great
think the
quarterback.
Vikings are trash? Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Wow, you're saying the Vikings are trash?
Well, I think this year they'll be good because Aaron Rodgers is not in the division. And honestly, they better watch out because the Bears are still there, and I do feel the Lions is actually going to win the division.
Wow.
I'm not going to say, but who? Okay, other. Let's if you want to segue into that. Other than Justin Jefferson, who else they got on that team?
I don't know, but they go to the playoffs.
All right, y'all mark our word. We'll see.
I can't even think right
We'll
now
see.
because I'm so appalled.
No, I do like Addison, the little young rookie, but we're going to see. Kirk Cousins hasn't shown nothing. Nothing but he chokes after Rodgers. He chokes, but Rodgers is not there, so he had to prove himself. We'll see.
I'm pausing because I'm pretty sure they have beat Rodgers. You can't say they consistently just get stumped by the Packers.
All I'm saying is,
Man, you crazy.
all I'm saying is the kryptonite is gone from that division. So we're going to see. I think the division is in the air. yes, I wish Kirk Cousins well, and I actually wish they can pull it through and win the division. But the Lions
think people still
look
riding
more
on
consistent.
Jimmy G's glory season.
But we'll see.
And they're still hoping that he can have that again. And he hasn't.
Well, different season, different.
Right? So
coach.
was it him or was it all the stuff that was around him?
And that's true. That's true. That's why this year will be kind of a audition in a way, but you kind of can't say that because Raiders do have a team around him.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Raiders have a really good team around him.
I feel like Davante Adams don't really need this great quarterback, but this is what I think is going to happen with them. Of course, I can't tell the future, but this is my opinion. This is mine. I think Davante Adams is going to be pissed, right? He's going to, the routes that he's running, the ball's not going to be there. It's going to be short. He's going to have to come back and get the ball. There's going to be conflict because Davante Adams is going to think he's too good for that quarterback who's not making accurate throws.
Well,
mark my words, there will be some conflict between Adams and Jimmy G because Jimmy G arm is not as strong as Carr, and Adams is not used to playing with a quarterback who has something to prove.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Where were you wanting to go here?
It's funny you say that, How,
I know people might think Carr has something to prove, but you know what I mean.
It's funny you say that. Like, we talk as if Jimmy G is just.
I can't believe you think you talking like Jimmy G is top 5 quarterback.
He's not top 5, but the thing what I like about quarterbacks, don't turn the ball over. I've never seen Jimmy G just turn the ball over in the back.
Because he never played consistently enough to even be talked about enough to tell us if he's done it.
If you supply the weapons you have around you, which he does, what you just said before with Josh Jacobs, and he got Davante Adams, and we also mentioned that little guy out there, Hunter Renfrow.
Oh, no.
He's a nice little guy too. Now he has weapons. All Jimmy G
we
do is
got
got
off our 5 wide receivers. Now
we still.
I would take it back to quarterback.
We could take it back to receivers. So I picked Davante Adams over Justin Jefferson, but it wasn't because they're that's just for longevity. Davante Adams.
I give you that. Respect.
Justin Jefferson,
right? Respect the veteran.
But Justin Jefferson is definitely a great player. Like he can't knock that man. And I do also feel like in a different situation, we will definitely have been talking about him in a different light. Like I feel like if Jamar Chase went to the Vikings and Jefferson was on the Bengals, it could have been the same situation of
I don't think so. I think if Justin Jefferson was on the Bengals, he would still be Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson's game, even though it seems like, he doesn't have much competition out there on the field when it comes to who's getting the ball, Justin Jefferson is literally kind of like Tyreek Hill, freak of nature, but a tall and lanky one, where it don't matter what's happening. That ball can be on the left side of the field and he on the right side of the field. Somehow he caught it. Like he does, and he's so young, so he's really like a daredevil type player where he'll go and jump and do and whatever, skip and run and still do the gritty at the end. So it's like but the one thing where I hesitated to put Davante Adams first, but the only reason why I put Davante Adams second, just because we're thinking about just this year coming up, and I just don't feel like that's going to be a good little duo there. But reason why Justin Jefferson, if Adams had a better quarterback throwing him the ball, he probably would have been my number 1. Why? It's because Justin Jefferson is fast, bullet runner, doing everything, but I want to see more touchdowns from him. I want to see more production in the end zone.
You will see some production from him just because it's just him. I mean, I like the little rookie they got, Addison. I think he's gonna be a breakout player. But it's and I'm gonna go ahead and I want to just put this in here. I want to do some honorable mentions because I said, it's a lot of great receivers and I don't want nobody to feel like.
There's one in particular.
It's a lot of receivers.
That
y'all
would
know that.
have made my top 5 if he had a team.
Yes. If we talked about receivers, we'd probably be going on for like hours.
Right.
And because I do feel a lot of good receivers are
upcoming. Who is your honorable mention?
Well, honorable mention, I'm going with.
Don't bury the lead here.
Honorable mention for me is Jalen Waddle. I do.
Oh, Waddle.
I like Waddle.
I don't understand what's wrong Is it because he's on the team with Tyreek Hill? I don't understand why his production is.
It was great. He had more touchdowns.
He had
one more, but I felt like that was a good combination, and that is hard for a defense to scheme against. Yes, we could talk about Tyreek Hill's speed, but Waddle is just fast he's just as fast. I don't want to say faster, but he's just as fast. That's a nightmare. And he did his thing. I actually thought he was gonna fall off because Tyreek Hill probably would demand more targets, but it worked.
He only had one more touchdown than Tyreek Hill.
But Waddle did his thing, and we're gonna say Waddle's a number 2.
He deserves an honorable mention.
Waddle, and like you said, if Tua stay healthy, like I think Waddle.
Tua, no,
who's your honorable mention?
Can't see out his blind sides.
Here we go.
Anyways, DeAndre Hopkins. D-Hop, my man. So first of all,
let's.
Let's what?
Only way you get stats if you're on the team.
Okay, don't do him. I'm
not. I love.
I'm actually surprised someone's picked him up.
I'm surprised too. That is kind of weird.
What do you think that's about?
If I don't want to say money, but I think he wants to go to a right situation. D-Hop has been on teams where it's like, it looked good on paper. Well, when he started, he didn't start to really, we didn't really say that they was a factor until they got Deshaun Watson. Then that all went down. Then he tried to go to a team where, on paper, they look great.
Where do you think he should go then? Giants?
You know what, this is, no. But a team that.
Why not no? Why you say no?
Well, I think Daniel Jones is not going to really feed him the ball like he needs it. I think a team that he should go to, if he take less money.
Why do you think Daniel Jones won't feed him the ball like he's supposed to?
Do Daniel Jones feed any receivers that he have the ball? Who is his Daniel Jones receiver? We don't know because Daniel Jones, 1, is feeding Saquon, and 2, running himself.
Because he don't have any receivers. Like
but
said.
But okay. If we put D-Hop on the Giants, isn't that kind of like the same situation with the Cardinals? But I give Kyler Murray a better thrower than Daniel Jones. But isn't that kind of the same situation where you're going to a team where it's like, are we going to win or are we not going to win? I don't know.
Well, I think the Giants, the reason why that is still a question because they have no receivers.
That's true. And I will give the Giants credit. They did make the playoffs. They had a great year last year.
Yeah,
but they also play in a division where it's Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins. Pretty tough. Well, I think a team that can use a D-Hop.
So who?
Buffalo Bills.
Oh, no.
If the Buffalo Bills and he goes out there with Stephon Diggs on the other side, who are you scheming against? Who are you?
They don't need him.
They don't. But I'm talking about if D-Hop wants to go win. If D-Hop wants to go win now, a team like Bills.
You should go to Kansas City.
Kansas City would be another good team. It would be a really good team to go to. Which they were there. It was talks of him going to there. The team that they had him tied to, I don't believe he should go to was Tennessee. I don't think he should go there. But
wow, that
yes,
that's not bad.
It's not bad, but I feel like D-Hop going anywhere he's definitely gonna be a factor.
He's probably not gonna win if they go to Tennessee.
But I think he's a little older. He's about 29, 30, 31, one of them. He's around. I think he's in his 30s, but I think he wants to go to a team where he wants to win.
Well, then he need to go to Chiefs. Man, if he go to the Chiefs, everybody will hit the Chiefs. You hear me? Hear me now. The Chiefs.
If he goes to the Chiefs, Madden would be broken, as people would say, because everybody would use the Chiefs. He's a cheat code.
Well, D-Hop is my honorable mention, guys. I know he does have a team, but his hands are like glue.
Yeah.
Freaker nature as well. So, did you have? Yeah.
But like I said, like she said, like, comment,
subscribe,
and get in the comments. Who'd you have
as your number 5 wide receiver?
My number 5 was Cooper Kupp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
All right.
Triple Crown. Most recent Triple Crown.
Oh.
But anyway, but yeah, just comment. Let us know what y'all think.
Hope you have been enjoying it thus far.
Yeah.
We have been enjoying it, talking about it. It's been fun
so
far.
It's been fun.
We're just getting started. Things are just heating up. We're just warming up as well. So be patient with us as we, get better at this. But it's been fun. Comment what you would like to see, what you want us to talk about. If there's any topics you think we should talk about that we haven't already mentioned.
You're right.
And let us know what you think and how you like it. Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Peace.